Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to take some time to talk through a few of the new items that I've added to my wardrobe this year. You will have seen me mention them briefly in some of my older videos. However, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk through them in a little bit more detail, perhaps share a bit more of an in-depth review, and also show you one of the ways that I would style them as well. I also have a few new items to share with you today, as this video includes an integration with Farfetch. They gave me some credit to spend on the site and I picked out a few new items, which actually a few of these pieces were on my wish list, so it's sort of been a bit of kismet in a way. Now, if you're not already familiar with Farfetch, essentially what it is a website that connects you to retailers from across the globe. So you could be shopping from a huge department store in the UK. Actually, one of the items that I purchased came from Browns, or perhaps it could be a really small boutique based in Germany or in New Zealand even, which is really, really cool. And I find because of that, you get access to a lot of really incredible items that you might not find elsewhere. One of the other things that I really like about Farfetch actually is that quite often I find if I'm looking for an item and it's sold out elsewhere, they will typically have it. And I found this was the case when I was looking for a backpack for our daughter. I had my heart set on the strawberry one from Bobo Chose's, which is probably one of my favorites sort of premium kids wear brands, and Farfetch was the only place that I could still find it in stock. Also, they have an amazing rewards program as well. So one of the things I was able to do when I was placing my order is actually utilize one of my membership rewards, as I had recently gone up a membership level, so I had a $150 credit which I could add to the credit that the Farfetch team very kindly gave me. So what I want to do is talk through the new items from Farfetch first. I'm also going to talk through one of the ways that I envision myself wearing each of these items, and then I'll go through and I'll review the older items that I have here. I do also have a discount code with Farfetch. I'm going to pop that on screen here, and it will also be detailed in the description box below, so be sure to go and check that out so that you can get a little bit of a discount on your purchase, which is fantastic, especially if you've been eyeing something up. So let's talk about the elephant in the room here, the striped knit. I think we all know I have a little bit of a soft spot for stripes. They really are my personal weakness when it comes to adding to my closet, and I've come to realize it's okay. Something I personally really love with style is nuance, and I find that, you know, when I was originally trying to build out my capsule wardrobe when I was 22, I had this idea that I could only have one of each type of item and it was going to be the perfect piece. But I've since kind of come around to the fact that there is no perfect one black skirt, there is no perfect one striped top. You're going to want different types of striped tops or different types of black skirts to really facilitate different purposes within your life. So this was an item that was more of a want as opposed to something that was originally on my wish list, which I shared not too long ago. And this one here is from Toteme, so you may actually recognize it. This they do in two different colors. It comes in the reverse of this as well, so it's that sort of light ecru color with the black stripes. So you do have the wide banding or the wide ribbing at the hem in the ecru color as opposed to the black. But personally, I found just from the knits that I have that I kind of like when the black stripe is the dominant of the two. So I went for this. This is so nice and soft. I think it is merino cashmere. Let me just double check the composition of it actually. Sorry, it's 56% wool and 44% cotton. So it's really weighty and thick, but it has a really nice soft hand feel to it. It doesn't feel itchy at all, which I really appreciate, and a good one for those who are or do have more sensitive skin types. I opted for this in the size small, and I really like the fact that this has a longer length through the body and a really sort of relaxed fit. Something that I've really come to appreciate, especially since becoming a mum. And I sort of envision myself wearing this mostly with sort of leggings or with a slim jean, maybe with a straight leg jean with this sort of partially tucked in the front. Also, I think this would look really cute with little mini skirts and things like that when it is a little bit more at the warmer end of the season. It has a really nice roll neck, and yeah, I'm absolutely smitten with this piece, so something that you can expect to see me wearing quite a lot. Then I want to talk about the next item that I picked out from Farfetch, and it is these Lee Mathews trousers. So if you will recall, I've been talking about Lee Mathews quite a bit this year. It's an Australian brand, one that I really wanted to make a purchase from, and I kind of thought that I was going to end up buying the Stella skirt, which is this really lovely silky slip skirt. very, very classic and very me, but I'd had my eye on these sort of work style culottes. I love the fabric of these. It's a really nice, thick, weighty cotton, so has a really beautiful structure to it. And then of course it does also have that contrast stitching, which I think is really striking, and you have the little tie here at the front. I opted for these in a size 1, and I have to say I actually think I probably could have gone with a 0. I think that her sizing might be a little bit more on the generous side, but it does have an elasticated waistband, so you do also have that flexibility and freedom of adjustment there too, but it's not really a problem because I've got the tie at the waist, so not really something I'm too worried about, and actually great if you're planning on wearing it with a really thick knit. You know that you've got plenty of room around the waist to be able to tuck it in, so if I was to wear it with this, I know I wouldn't have a problem. So in terms of wearing this, I sort of envision these as being a bit of a year-round piece for me in my wardrobe. If it was particularly cold, I reckon I could layer some heat tech on underneath and wear it with a big slouchy knit and then maybe some sneakers or a pair of boots. But for the summertime, I would probably just wear it with a little simple tank and then some slides, which is actually the way that I decided to style it for this video. Also with a denim jacket thrown over the top as well. I think that really nicely kind of complements the fact that these are a dark navy as opposed to black, which I'm not really sure if they're coming off navy or black on camera, but hopefully you get the idea. They're just so well made, and there is a matching top to this too, which if I can find it, I will be sure to link that one down below as well. But yeah, I'm just so thrilled, and this kind of ticks off one of my wish list pieces for the year, so very happy with those. And then the final item that I picked out from Farfetch are the Agolde Riley jeans, and you'll remember me mentioning that I've been wanting to purchase these for a really long time. I saw my friend Amy from the YouTube channel Chase Amy wearing them. She recommended them and said they were the best jeans, and you know what? I have to say I concur. They remind me a lot of the witchery jeans that I wear all the time that are sold out. They're an old style, and I think these kind of have that same silhouette, and actually this color, it's a little bit more of a deeper blue, but it definitely gives the exact same sort of effect. It is a bit more of a weighty denim as well. I have to say I'm really impressed by the quality of these jeans and the way that they fit. I would say they fit true size. I went with the 26, and they are a little bit snug on my waist right now as I'm still a little bit soft around there postpartum, but I really like the style. The ones that I went for do have just a little bit of minor distressing at the hem, which I like. These are a cropped jean, however on me, because I do have a shorter length inseam despite my height, they come up looking cropped on me at kind of the perfect length that I would want them to be. So if you are petite, you can probably get away with purchasing these and not having to get them taken up at all. In terms of styling these, I'm really kind of getting into that whole idea of dopamine dressing and just adding a little bit of a color hit into my outfit. So I did pair them with a really nice pretty pale lilac colored knit, and I think that the blue really pops against that knit. I think it's a really pretty little combination. So that was kind of the final item that I decided to pick out from Farfetch. So I feel like I got some really good staple pieces that are really going to see me through the years ahead, and just so happy with them. Shipping is incredibly quick. I think I got all of my items maybe 2 or 3 days after I placed my order, which is amazing considering that I think all of them came from the other side of the world. And one of the other things actually that I wanted to share with you about Farfetch is that they have just launched beauty on their website. So you now have the ability to shop fashion and beauty in the same place. I did want to talk through a couple of my personal favorite beauty staples that are available on the website. Sorry, just grabbing them here. So for contour, or at least for bronzer, if I want to warm up my face, the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. I have it in the shade Biscuit, which I'm not sure if that's maybe the only shade they do. I will do a little close up so you can see, but this blends out so beautifully, and if you are in the market for a premium contour or bronzer, I can't recommend this enough. Then the other one that is a favorite of mine is the Tom Ford lip color in the shade Wild Ginger. You will have seen me talk about this for years, and I think it is just such an essential for the summer, something that really kind of makes my features pop when I do wear it, and it is a nice way to add an injection of color to your overall look, especially if you're wearing neutrals like I tend to do a lot of the time. So those are kind of my picks from Farfetch, as well as two of my favorite beauty staples, which you can also now shop on the Farfetch website. As mentioned, I do have that discount code. I'm going to pop that again on screen, and if you want to check out any of the items that I shared, they will all also be linked down in the description box below as well. So let's dive into the other items that I've purchased this year so I can share a little bit of a review. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the Frankie Shop blazer, which I think many of you were really glad that I shared my unfiltered opinions about it. I am planning on sort of giving you an update as I've had more of an opportunity to wear this later in the year as to whether or not I think it's worth it or if it's just brand hype. But yeah, I got this super duper oversized blazer, and I think in this hindsight I actually wish I'd gone a size down, because when I do look at myself wearing it, sometimes it feels a little bit too big and boxy on me, and I kind of love the idea of wearing something that is intentionally large, but when you do have the shoulder seams coming so down low on your shoulders, sometimes it can look a little bit like you've raided your dad's closet. So that's something I'm really mindful of when I am wearing this jacket. One thing I do really appreciate, however, is that it doesn't seem to be too prone to creasing, which is good considering that there is a lot of fabric. In terms of one of the ways that I actually envision myself wearing this, it was with sort of a high mock neck top, either in a black or in a navy, with then a matching skirt, something that is mini or that comes just above the knee, and that is more of a slim fitting silhouette, and then with a little ballet pump or some black boots, perhaps some tights if it's especially cold. And I think having that more slim fitting proportion underneath with the big oversized jacket is a really chic way to wear something like this, a really effortless pairing. And yeah, definitely one of the ways I sort of see myself reaching for this blazer and incorporating it into my outfits, as well as with the standard skinny jean, straight leg jean and t-shirt combo. Next item I wanted to talk about are these trousers from Camilla and Mark, which are a beautiful navy nylon sporty kind of a pant with a barrel leg silhouette through the leg. They have pockets. They're so easy to wear. I like the fact that they've got the elasticated waistband, which seems to be a bit of a running theme through a lot of the items that I'm sort of drawn to lately, and they do feel really nice and casual. I had purchased these because to me they felt like they'd be a really practical option, something I could easily launder that would be toddler friendly and also newborn friendly, and that I could dress up or dress down. And I thought I would actually show you in the cutaway a way that I envision myself dressing these up, just because I think that when you look at a trouser like this that does feel so sporty and casual, you would probably just associate it with those types of outfits. So the way that I've worn it in the cutaway is with a silky peplum top, and then I've also worn a burgundy colored sandal, strappy sandal. So that is probably one of the simple ways that I would just throw these on for maybe drinks out with my girlfriends, but easily if I wanted to just wear this lounging around at home, put on a pair of ballet flats and a big chunky knit or even a slim fitting knit, and I think I'm sort of good to go. Also looks really nice worn with a blazer or with a really beautiful long trench as well that's got a bit of movement and flow to it. But yeah, I've been really happy with these. I like the fact that the nylon is actually really sort of thin and almost paperweight in a way, and they don't really seem to crease up at all too, which is really handy for me because I did really want these to be a practical purchase. Alright, so let's move on to another piece of knitwear, and again, it is another striped item. I did mention this when I shared this purchase that I really do have a soft spot for stripes, so please don't judge me, though I probably do need an intervention at this point. This is from Arket and it is 100% cotton. I haven't had a chance to throw this in the wash yet, however I really don't anticipate it coming out looking anything other than the way that it does so far. I've had a really good experience from all of the items that I've purchased from Arket. Now this is such a weighty knit, it is really robust and it's really nice and warm too. I don't find myself overheating or anything, but I don't think that I would need to add too many layers when we get into the thick of winter here in Australia. The detail that really sold this knit to me was actually the little buttons here along the shoulder, which are functional, so you can undo them if you wanted to, I suppose, drape the front of the knit forward for a slightly different look. But I love the boxy fit, the fact that the sleeves are really nice and wide, and that the stripes continue all the way to the edge of the ribbing. In terms of one of the ways that I would wear this, aside from with jeans, which I think is sort of an easy go-to, or with trouser, would be with denim shorts in the summertime. So in the cutaways I've worn them with a light beige pair of of high-waisted shorts. I've worn it untucked, which I think is kind of nice because then you've just got those little shorts peeking out underneath and some slip-on slides. But really pleased with this purchase, and it's served me well so far. I've actually worn it quite a number of times. Then the next item I wanted to run through is my raincoat, which I've had so many DMs about whenever I've shared that I've been wearing this, and it's been getting quite a lot of love because we've had a bit of rain. I actually wanted the excuse to be able to wear this, so when my husband's parents were visiting, they were staying not too far away, and we didn't really have room for all of us plus the kids to fit in the car, and I said, you know what, I've got my raincoat, I'm gonna walk home in the rain, and I was quite happy to do so. This kept me really dry. I did have an umbrella as well, but I found that no matter how much rain falls on this, it doesn't seem to soak through, at least not in my experience. And we had quite a heavy downpour that particular day. The fit of it is pretty good. However, I do have one complaint, and I said in my video where I mentioned this that I felt like there was enough fabric kind of covering my head, but I sort of feel as though I could use a little bit more. I get a little bit of restrictive movement here along the upper back area where the hood meets the jacket. And I don't know if it's just because my posture hasn't been the best since I've had our second kid, something that I'm really focusing on at the moment, or if it's just that it would be a bit more useful if the hood kind of extended out a bit further. However, it has a tie around the hood so you can secure it and fasten it underneath your chin, and I do find that works. It just feels a little bit uncomfortable, so I did want to flag that. But otherwise I think it's an exceptionally good rain jacket and a really good price as well, which was really one of my main criteria when I was keeping an eye out for a rain jacket to sort of suit my needs. Apologies for the interruption, our little one has not been the best sleeper. So in terms of how I would style this, I've actually just been wearing it with everything. I feel like the forest green color is incredibly neutral and very versatile, but in the cutaways I have found myself wearing it a lot with black. So I'm wearing it with kind of a black net, black jeans, and then a straight leg jean, and then I've got some boots on as well, just because to me that is the most practical option, especially when it is raining. So that's my rains jacket. I got it in a size small, by the way. Oh, and I believe that this is another brand that you can purchase on Farfetch as well. Okay, final item, probably a good thing because I think my window for filming is slowly coming to a close, is this Toteme knit, which I purchased at the very start of the year. This one here is a tunic length. It is, I mean, you can see just how long it is by me holding it up to my body. Has these slits on the side, and it might now seem a little bit obvious as to why I was so drawn to this and why I thought it would be a great addition to my closet. Thought it would be perfect for winter because it has these high side slits that I could easily nurse while wearing this. I don't actually go out and purchase any nursing specific pieces. I just opt for items that I could incorporate into my closet that are going to be practical for life moving forward, both with a baby and once they are fully weaned as well. So that was kind of one of the main reasons why I thought this would be a great addition to my wardrobe. I really like the camel color. I think it's very flattering on my skin tone and my complexion. I do have an olive undertone, so I get a little bit more flexibility depending on how bronzed my skin is looking. But in terms of how I was sort of thinking about wearing this, obviously with leggings, with jeans, probably the most likely way that I would wear it, even over dresses when I'm no longer nursing. But I thought from a perspective of wearing it in a way that was a little bit nicer, I'd probably pair it with my ivory colored slip skirt. I think that's a really nice way to kind of have some different layers in your outfits while wearing something that's very fluid and just sort of drapes and falls over the body, creating some really nice proportions by keeping my legs bare and then wearing a shoe which is a little bit more on the slimmer side. So obvious option or choice for me for shoes would be my two-tone pumps that I wear all of the time. I have to admit I haven't actually had a chance to wear this yet, just because the number of days that we've had here in Sydney that have been cold have been quite limited, but it's something I am hoping that I'll be getting a lot of use and wear out of over the winter months. And again, I will share a little bit of an update on the wear and tear of this particular item once I've had a chance to wear it on rotation a lot. So that was kind of the final purchase I wanted to mention in this video. I have obviously added a few other things to my wardrobe, but I really wanted to kind of nail down on the more autumn winter appropriate staples. If you did want to see how the Scanlan and Theodore trousers looked on me, I'm going to link a video up in the cards up here where I do wear them, and I wear them with a shirt. It's towards the end of the video if you're kind of wanting to skip around and find them. But those are beautiful and just something that I saw as being more of a tailored piece that would work for the office really, really nicely. So that was a slightly closer look at the new purchases that I've made for my wardrobe this year. I hope that you enjoyed this video and getting to see how these items fit on me and also how I would style them for every day. As mentioned, I do have a discount code for Farfetch if you are planning on making a purchase, so I'll have that on screen again, and all of that information will be linked down in the description box below, along with links to all of the items that I've featured in this video. I would love to know what your favorite piece was that I've added to my wardrobe so far. Clearly I have a little bit of a type, and definitely something for me to think about moving forward. I think I want to add a little bit more color and some prints, something that isn't stripes, to my closet for the remainder of the year. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, for spending some of your day with me. If you're new here and you want to see more videos, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. See you soon. Bye.